Hello everybody, yo me llamo Mika and bienvenidos to my channel. I did get a haircut and yes, Mika wears glasses. First of all, thank you so much for 1K guys. You are amazing for following me. I love you. This is for Spotify by the way. You have probably also noticed that I have disabled my comment section for some time. Well, there are mainly two reasons as to why I did that. First, you guys know I am in school and I couldn't keep up with the comments and with the replies, and it just felt so overwhelming to keep up with both stuff. And secondly, a lot of hate comments began to come in because of the LGBTQ statement I did in my last Q&A video. Surrounding that, I would just like to say that I am not a Christian anymore. Not because of the hate comments, it's because of my personal um things. I just had a like really bad what you would call religious crisis, and I just like thought that it would be best for me to just leave. There are also other reasons, but I'm not going to disclose on the internet. Yeah, I do support LGBTQ now, and I do still believe that Christianity does not support LGBTQ. This is a free space for all religions, all people, every identity, and I do still find religion interesting. It's just that I don't partake in it anymore, and that's it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And yeah, from that statement, a lot of hate comments began to fill in, and I couldn't keep up with the replies. So I thought I would just disable the comments, and that's it. There are some people that began also to comment hate comments on other videos, and yeah. By the time this video is up, I think the comments will be up, will be on once again. Without any further ado, let's get onto the video. Okay, so you probably already read the title of the video, and you might have seen if you're actively in the Therian community or just alter human in general, there have been some just hate coming from the Spanish speaking community towards Therians, and I'm just going to talk about it today. Big warning for just overall, bullying, um, harassment. And you're probably asking why is this happening? Like, what is this? What are the origins? How did the public react? What's with the fake Therian meetups, and what can we do to stop this wave of hate? It began in like beginning of this year, especially in Argentina, Buenos Aires. There were some Therian meetups that began that were catching the eye of the public, and people just began to record this and to talk about it online. A lot of YouTubers went to Therian meetups just to, for the sake of the video, just to learn something new, I guess. There was this tendency of Therians to meet up in Chinatown and just do meetups there and do tricks in the public. One of the most famous Therians in the Spanish speaking community is Awara Akela. He gained popularity. He even appeared in in the Argentinian news alongside with another famous Syrian in Argentina. Literally, the entire Spanish speaking community know who these are. Even non-Syrians know who these are. These are very popular. People just began to record and interview these people. And yeah, as I said, Awarakela, she is famous for jumping over people during quads. And people just filmed it. Some people just thought it was cool, and some people began to mock it, and videos just spread online. It originated in Argentina, but um, social media, especially TikTok, just spread it to every speaking Spanish country. Now, how was the public reaction? Well, there were mixed reactions. Some on the more negative side said that it is a mental, quote, mental illness. and that they deserve to be treated like animals, and that they should be bullied, and that parents should teach their kids to be people or stuff like that. And then there was the more positive side where people were saying that these are just kids running on all fours. It's not a big deal. It's like those alternative movements, like for example, how emos were treated back in the 2000s, or goths back in I don't know what year. They were comparing it to that and saying that it was just a trend and that it was going to die out eventually, and that it was just none of our business if people are having fun and running on all fours and not hurting anybody. Why is this a concern for us? Nevertheless, most of the public was inclined to the negative side of it. There were people began to spread a lot of misinformation and lies. They were creating AI videos of Therians supposedly attacking animals or other people. There was also this rumor in which a Therian was supposedly burned, which turned out to be fake. There is no evidence. I do live in one of these speaking Spanish speaking countries. Literally every single kid, even the grandmas knew what Therians were. Like everybody knew what were Therians. It was actually so crazy. And it was just, I remember my entire class just laughing about them, mocking them. Even my history teacher just commented that back in my days, those people were sent to a mental hospital, blah, blah, blah. And just rude things like that. And that if my kid were to have come out of a Syrian, I would have beat them up. In my school there's this one Therian, and this like person is 4 years younger than my class, and my classmates proceeded to show videos of her doing quads and just laugh at a child just running on all fours and having fun. They were just laughing at that. Another thing I think it's important I talk about is about the fake Ethereum meetups, okay? Basically, once this gained popularity, people who mainly bullies created these Ethereum meetups just to try and find a Syrian and record them and post it on the internet and gain likes. I don't know why they wanted to find a Syrian so desperately. Like, in no sane person, like if I was a Syrian and I saw how crazy it was out there, and there was this Therian meetup, I wouldn't go because I'm risking my safety going there with a bunch of people who are just there, who are just going to mock me at the end of the day. I don't want to give content to this type of people. Thousands of people like look at these videos I'm going to show you right now, gathered in big cities like Barcelona, Malaga, Buenos Aires, or Madrid, and just went on a Syrian hunt to try and hunt Syrians down. There were a lot of fake Syrians who were doing ridiculous things on purpose. These were mainly adults who were like mocking quads. They were mocking little kids doing quadrobics, which I find um creepy. Maybe there are theorists who would wear these horse masks, but you can tell this is a fake like a person trying to fake out being a Therian. There was also this one kid who he was a Therian. He actually went there and tried to educate people on therianthropy. It was being misunderstood. He just went there for like a thousands of people or hundred, I'm not sure, just to surround him and just begin to record him with a phone in the face. You can clearly tell this is a little kid, like 14. Also, where his parents at, I don't know. What? Like this is just dangerous, right? Um, there was also this case. I think it was in Bilbao, Spain, where a Syrian got chased down by hundreds of people in a mall, and eventually they had to call security because it was getting very bad. Obviously, the person went to the meetup thinking it was an actual meetup and not a fake one to try and hunt Syrians down. So this Therian meetups are very easy to spot when they're fake because the posters they use are AI. Yeah, and the letters they use are like in a very ugly font, and like you can tell like it's just I don't know, it's just so ugly. Do not attend Therian meetups if you're in a Spanish. Oh, my glasses. If you're in a Spanish speaking country, you are risking your safety. I have seen videos online of minors getting attacked, recorded, and bullied. Do not attend until the situation has fully calmed down. Um, I know now it's not as bad as it was back in February, but it is still bad. People are still willing to take out their phone and record. Not long ago, I was at the beach with my family, and I just wanted to, take out this recorded video of me attempting crowds and post it on my social media, which, by the way, check out my link tree. I have an Instagram and YouTube and Pinterest. Go follow me there. It's with the name Furry Flow as well. You're going to find me easily. But yeah, I would just like I was waiting for a moment where there were not a lot of people circling the beach, and I just for a split second, okay, I just took out the phone and put on the mask, and I just jumped for a second, and the second I looked up, there was already a 30-year-old man take in the process of taking out his phone to try and record me. I immediately took my mask off and I safely got to my mom and explained what happened. And she said, "Hey, I can help you record. Like, you shouldn't care about this." But I don't know, man. Like, it was just so weird. I don't know. It didn't, like, 5 seconds didn't even pass with my mask on, and already a man spotted me and was in the process of taking his phone out. Okay, so how do we deal with this? What can we do to calm the situation down? Well, first, as I said, do not attend the meetups. Okay, have you gotten that to your mind? Do not go to a meetup. Never, ever, if you live in a Spanish speaking country, okay? It's for your safety. Don't. So, if you live in one of these countries and you wanna just kind of get the message out there that you are Ethereum, only say it to the most trustworthy people about your identity, okay? We don't want someone to just go out there and tell the entire class and the entire school to notice and you to get bullied. In which case, immediately, okay, tell a trusted guardian, whether it's your parents or a teacher, about the situation so that it doesn't get any worse and grown-ups can take action. Report fake Therian meetup accounts, especially on Instagram. As I said, they're easy to spot. Don't interact with it. Talking about interaction, don't interact with hateful content towards Syrians. Just pass by. Try and educate, and defend your identity if the topic comes up, but just don't make it too obvious that you're a Syrian, right? Just trying to say, for example, yeah, but I think the way they're getting treated is too much, and perhaps we should sit down and listen and try to figure out more about their identity and not mock them so much or stuff like that. Okay, and yeah, that's everything for today. Please check out Aguara and the other guy. They're actually amazing. I would constantly makes collaborations with other businesses. Please tell me in the comments, how is the situation here in your country? Um, has the news spread in your country, and how are you people taking it in? Anyways, that's it for today's video. Take care. Boop.